Why aren't you driving on Gopuff as a side hustle? I mean, you have what? Rideshare, you have food delivery. Gopuff, have you heard of it? You know, you just got to go to the warehouse in your marketplace. You pick up your bin assignment. It's a bag of just convenience stuff. And then you deliver to the customer, right? Well, if I asked, I think most of you watching, comment down below, do you drive on Gopuff? And if you do, I'm betting it's like lower in your list if you're even activated. Well, listen to this. Gopuff, as of late, has been trying to make some pretty big changes to their pay structure in hopes probably to get more drivers like you interested in this side hustle. Let me show you what changed. Now, this is so new. This is not even live yet. This is going live next Wednesday at the time of filming this video. So pay attention to this. We're going to see if this is actually worth it when it does go live. So it reads, we know that delivery partners like you value fairness, transparency, and flexibility. I'm sure you do, right? That's why we're excited to introduce a new feature that offers higher base pay for longer trips and more detailed trip information at the point of dispatch, that warehouse. So you're going to get paid more for longer trips. More for longer trips. Has this been done before? Yeah. DoorDash Q2 of 2020 actually came out with a new pay structure addendum that paid more for longer trips. Let's continue. Starting January 18th, delivery partners in your metro will see a new trip offer screen, which displays the estimated delivery time, the number of orders included in the trip, and the total earnings before tip. Earnings will be higher for trips that are estimated to take longer. Now, this was from May 2022. As you can see, there's a base pay, a flat pay per order, $3.25. That's per bin assignment, right? Go in the warehouse. Hey, you have bin 4. You have bin 4 and 5. So then there's 2 drops. Each one of those is going to have that at $3.95. Now, if you're a scheduled driver, you get the minimum guarantee, $9. So get this. This is gone. I just mentioned, in November of 2022, Gopuff made another change to their pay structure. So that minimum guarantee pay is gone. Now you still see that minimum base pay, and this is for Pittsburgh, and this is going to vary based on your marketplace as far as that per drop minimum, well, the per assignment minimum, we should say. So still $3.25 here. Now there's weights pay for scheduled drivers. If you're sitting at the warehouse and you don't have anything, they're going to, I guess, entice you. That's not even the best word. They're going to pay you something, and it's not a lot. It is 15 cents a minute in this example. So how is this new offer calculated? This reads, the offer is based primarily on the estimated trip duration. And hang with me here, drop a like on this video. I'm going to give you my real raw feedback on this as an activated Gopuff driver. Based on the estimated trip duration, so you can expect to be paid more base pay for a 20-minute trip than you would for a 10-minute trip. Okay, seems straightforward. The earnings offered for each trip take into account various factors, such as the estimated time required for the trip and boosts, that's bonus pay. I've never seen boost pay. I mean, I've done a handful of shifts here in Pittsburgh. Let me know if you've gotten boost pay on Gopuff. Trips that require multiple stops or longer estimated times will have higher earnings opportunities than those with single stops and shorter estimated times. All right, there's more here. Let me give you my first initial take because this just came across via email. So if you're going to get paid more for longer trips on DoorDash, as we saw in 2020, it kind of makes sense. DoorDash said, well, hey, most Dashers are going to make the same. You made a little bit less on the shorter runs, but Gopuff is different. Gopuff, like kind of Walmart to a degree, like, well, Amazon Flex is a whole scheduled shift, and even that, you don't have to come back to the warehouse. This, on Gopuff, you always have to come back to the warehouse. It's one of the few apps that have a centrally based location. So I get that bin assignments, and then I have to come back to get more bin assignments. So what we teach you here, the dollars to mile ratio, how much am I getting paid for the miles driven, and the dollars to time ratio. What am I getting paid and how much time is it actually going to take? So think of this. Yes, you're getting paid more if it's going to take longer that's okay, kind of. It's gonna, we'll have to compare how much you're really getting paid. But if it takes longer, but if it's still 2 miles, 3 miles, if you didn't know, GoPuff does have a radius. I haven't really found in writing a market specific radius. Comment down below if you've seen anything like that, like 15-minute radius, whatever it is. But if it's still 2 miles and it takes longer, I'd be kind of okay with that. I'm not putting more wear and tear on the vehicle. It's just taking my time. So I would then lean towards that dollars to time ratio to make sure my hourly still makes sense versus if it's going to be more pay because I'm going not 2 miles, but I don't know, 8 miles. And then GoPuff's like, well, you're getting more pay for that. You are, but you're going to have the full 8 miles back versus just 2 miles back on that other order that wasn't longer. It just took longer. As a GoPuff, well, not even that. As a DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, Shipt, Walmart Spark, Instacarts, most every other app that offers you real-time offers. What do you do if you don't like it? The restaurants or even the passenger, Uber and Lyft, right? The rating seems really low. You don't want to take it. Or the dollars to mile ratio. It doesn't make sense. What do? You decline, you ignore it. You decline it. You don't want to take it. GoPuff is kind of a pain because there is nothing, listen to this, nothing native in the driver app that allows you to decline an offer. What should I do if I don't want to take a trip offered to me? As always, and this is true, this has always been the case, if you would like to opt out of a trip after it's assigned to you, you can do so by telling an associate at the facility. The associate will then unassign the trip from you and offer it to the next eligible delivery partner. Are customer tips reflected in the trip offer? No. So remember, it's that market specific flat rates. Mine was $3.25. It's going to vary, check on your GoPuff app here. And then hopefully a customer tip. And the reason, listen to this, again, please drop a like on this video, consider subscribing. The reason that GoPuff is ranked in the bottom third of my side hustle list is because there's next to no bonus pay, at least in my experience. I'm going to compare with your comments, but you're reliant on just that, the little base pay, $3.25, and really all tips for it to make sense. And because you can't really choose the assignments, they just give you the assignments. Sure, I guess you're going to have to tell an associate if you don't want it. But sometimes they'll give you just 1 bin assignments. And then sometimes it's 2, but ideally you want 3 because you're going to be already out in the field anyway versus having to come back just to get another single bin. It's kind of a waste of time just to go, 1 delivery, come back to the warehouse. 1 delivery, and there's all those dead miles coming back to the warehouse versus at least getting 3 bin assignments. So I can be out there 1, 2, 3. 3 times the base pay, 3 times hopefully the customer tips. Final verdict, at least seen this for the first time, I should say. And is this going to influence me to drive more on GoPuff? No, nope, not at all. Because really the piece of the pie for gig earnings is the base pay, the company's just flat contribution, and then the bonus pay on any of these apps and niches, and then the tips like we mentioned here. I think GoPuff is really missing that bonus pay. Again, anecdotal. Please comment down below. But from what I've seen, from my verdict, yeah, the bonus pay is not there. The base pay is $3.25, and you might get 1 or 2 bin assignments. And it takes even more time to come back to the warehouse versus other apps where you can ping pong, which means you finish in this zone and you're already, by a restaurant, you're already by another passenger, you're by a grocery store for Shipt and Instacart, and you're not having the dead miles in your vehicle. Drop a like in this video if you got a value. You can also click or tap the screen here for my newest video, as well as a video recommended for you, and I'll see you in the next one.